Previously on Jasmine's therapy.
I know earlier we touched a bit on Terry's passing. You mentioned you have your friends and some family.
Do you want to know the last thing he said to me before he passed away?
Yes.
I came back downstairs to go to bed, and the food was still on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
I was furious. We fought to the death in there.
However, with this instance, you started the chaos. I'm sure you had to go into this assuming he was going to retaliate in some way. So the need for you to get revenge was more powerful than letting it go?
Yes.
But what I am saying is to think about it.
Okay, I hear you. Terry had another family.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah. He had another family, and they came to the funeral.
Oh, wait. So let me get this straight. He had a child with someone else, and they came to the...
No, Doc. He had another family. A girlfriend, a child, a fucking child. I can't even have children because of my condition. He was okay with it. He said his oldest son was just enough. He had Micah from a previous marriage, and I treated him like my own.
Mm-hmm.
He knew how much I wanted to have a child, to have his child. Even adoption wasn't good enough for him. He would say, oh, it ain't the real bloodline. And I said, okay, like a stupid idiot.
I am so sorry.
I'm so stupid. I'm sorry,
No, you don't have to apologize for anything.
It's just, I tried to be the best with Terry. And I even believed in him telling me all those things. I mean, we had our toxic moments, but one thing I never even thought about was another family. And he has the audacity to be beautiful. Hell, she's beautiful.
Wow. Can you tell me how you found out? What happened?
Well, she came up to me.
Oh.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of people there. Maybe 60 or so. Terry didn't have a lot of friends. No social media or anything. We were married for a long time, so I pretty much knew everyone. I was sitting in the front row, and this baby kept whining for some reason. I'm thinking to myself, why would somebody bring a baby here?
Well, that's not unusual, is it?
Yeah, it is. Nobody has a damn child. We're all grown.
Okay.
Well, anyway, when it was time to view Terry, we all stood up. And I looked behind me and caught a glance of someone about to get up. And then she saw me. We must have locked eyes for about, 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. Like, I felt I knew her, but I couldn't shake it.
So what happened after the funeral?
She came up to me, told me she was so sorry for Terry passing. But the whole time I'm thinking to myself, who the hell are you? And she said it.
Said what?
I'm Gabrielle, and this is Dominique Gordon Jr.
Terry's name.
Yes, the bitch named him after Terry.
Unbelievable.
Who are you telling? But you know what? I wasn't even upset at her. I mean, the damage had already been done. What was I supposed to do? It is what it is. The child didn't ask to be here. I was mad at myself for not seeing the signs.
Well, explain to me more. Give me your thoughts behind that.
My thoughts behind what?
Being upset with not seeing signs.
Shit, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's something I beat myself up over. Because the entire time he was with me, it was about me. Well, when we weren't fighting. But again, when we made up, it was... I just would have never thought he would have had a whole-ass kid.
It's a hard reality to face.
At first, I thought it was because of me. Because I couldn't have any. I would say, oh, he needed one to continue the legacy. But then I would get pissed at myself for even thinking like that. Because how the hell do you have another child after everything I did for you? And now you can't even fucking explain yourself to me because why? I hate him for putting me through this.
I know it's difficult. I don't think I could ever understand the pain you're experiencing now.
She said Terry was on his way to see her and TJ that evening. That's what she calls him, TJ. She said she was breaking up with him because she needed to move on, and he wasn't having it.
Do you believe her?
Hmm?
Well, you can't really substantiate her claims.
Okay, I don't know that, but
Look, that's a very large claim to make. Having a child for someone who's married. Infidelity is unfortunately common nowadays with marriages, and with Terry no longer being here to defend himself, it's her word against no one. So the only way you can know for certain is to,
get a paternity test.
essentially, yes.
You know, with everything going on, I never considered it. My head was too cloudy. I just took everything for face value. I haven't even spoken to her since. She called a few times, but I can't even answer the phone.
I can understand that. There's the embarrassment of it all, the shame of knowing or possibly knowing your husband of many years secretly fathered a child. It's enough to make someone question everything in their marriage. Who were you really married to? And because you can never get the answer to that question, it makes you go reaching for solace in other outlets. In your instance, the bottle.
Huh. Never thought of it like that.
Most people never do. Things happen, and we find ways of masking what happened. So instead of closing that chapter, we go back and reread that chapter again and again, expecting the words to be different. Or worse, we look for other ways to keep the book open, knowing it should have been closed.
I'm sorry, Doc. I'm not following you at all.
Okay, let me say this. You may have started drinking because you couldn't cope with the fact that your husband did something you never thought he would. It's painful. Probably more painful than the fights you had. Because at least you know you two can make up. Now the wound that normally heals by him apologizing or making up with you has stayed open and can't be closed. So then you start to drink, because that may close the wound temporarily. The more you drink, the more the wound closes.
Okay.
But now you no longer drink, which is great. But that wound is now reopening. So you do other things that can compensate for the healing. Hence your feelings about addiction and the transferring of energies, like you said before. It never really dies. It just transfers to something else. And that wound stays open. I believe that's where you are.
I got you now. But what do I do about it?
Let it go.
Excuse me?
Yes, let it go.
Where the hell did that come from?
In my profession, I see lots of people suffer from all types of circumstances, some self-inflicted, some happenstance, some brought on by others. But there's one thing I've noticed in most of the cases. No one can seem to let go of what happened to them.
Well, of course, because most people have traumatic shit happening to them.
Yes, that's true. And I understand how challenging it can be to eventually recognize that trauma and face it. But nothing changes if nothing changes. At some point, we have to understand the damage being done to us often comes from what happens in our head and our inability to release it. We relive and replay the moments over and over again. We find other ways to cope with it. The wound never closes.
The wound never closes.
Yes, and that's where I believe you are. And that's where I'm here to help you heal from.
So it starts with letting go. Just letting go of my husband having an affair and having a child.
It starts with getting a paternity test, verifying if it is, in fact, Terry's child. And if it is, then you have a choice that has to be made.
What choice is that?
Whether or not you want to be in TJ's life.
You make it sound so damn easy.
Oh, I never said it would be. Hard as hell to do, probably, but necessary. In order for you to get your life on track, you have to first start the car, then start driving to a better place, a better life, day by day. And there's going to be lots of speed bumps and obstacles, but you keep driving and you keep going.
Close the wounds.
Exactly.
Okay. I will. Thank you, Doc. I appreciate you for helping me.
That's what I'm here for. I do require a follow-up in about 3 months to see where we are.
Okay. Will do.
Thank you for listening to the final episode of Jasmine's Therapy. And from the bottom of my heart, y'all, I truly appreciate each and every one of you who listened to it and enjoyed this audio drama. Special thank you to Tia Lewis and Brooklyn Hall for becoming Jasmine and becoming Dr. Harvey. Y'all, it has been a joy to create this. And thank you to each and every one of you who liked, commented, and shared it with others, because we still have some work to do when it comes to therapy. It is still a sticky subject to some, but I hope this series helped you decide to go and to start your healing journey. So, on behalf of the Engolio Company, my name is Eric, and I thank you for listening. Part 2 is coming really, really soon, so stay up to date by following us on social media. Engolio Company on Instagram, or Eric Will Keep Going #1 on TikTok. All of it will be at the bottom of the show notes. Thank you once again for listening.